best 4 months are finally here, and it would be rude of me not to start the September autumn content without an autumn haul. Now, I've been gathering these pieces for the past few weeks. As you know, once I see something, I get it, because although it's September and you probably get a few of these pieces I'm showing you, you won't find everything now, because dare I say, probably coming in the next 2-3 weeks will be Christmas. I know I hate to say it, but I've been doing loads of shop with me's in these stores. But I'm going to be showing you everything that I've bought, and some inspiration will be coming your way as well on how to style them. Now today I've got Homesense, I've got Dunelm, and I've got Primark Home. It's a collation of many pieces, so buckle in, grab your cup of tea or your pumpkin spice latte, and let's get into it. To a start, I think I'm going to start with Homesense. You know, now the piece that I'm going to show you is actually behind us. I actually want to show you though and show off my very first Lego that I did. It's the Lego Porsche. Never had Lego in my life. I'm 27, but I felt like that was, do you see that style there? It looks sensational. Now I have placed it on 2 new styling books I have purchased. Do I need more? Probably not, but I went ahead and bought them anyway, and I also got them from Homesense, which means I did get a bit of a saving of them. Now, when it comes to choosing and selecting my styling books, I do prefer to look at spine of the book. That's because I know that I am going to have them styled like this, and I want the colours that I pick to be those that I'm using in my interiors. So the first one I got was this. I've actually been eyeing this up quite a bit in Homesense. Now, I got it for $19.99. If you are thinking of getting into your interiors as well, these are great books to read. Obviously, if you just want them for show, that's great. But if you're having a little cup of coffee, pumpkin spice latte, make sure you get into these because they are great, especially Shea McGee. I love it. This one was $17.99 and a lot cheaper than Amazon. And I do love to stack books, usually 2. I would tend to pick, I actually didn't used to do this, but now I do, 2 books stacked upon one another instead of 2 different sizes. I just think it looks a lot more sleek. I am going to put this back on here because I think it looks sick. Now, when it comes to autumn decor, autumn styling, you don't always have to pick pumpkins and scary Halloween things. It's about utilising the shades available that will just add that autumnal touch to your home, like your browns, like your oranges, like your burgundies and reds and all things like that. So I actually seen this in store, posted it, everyone bought it, I was livid, went back to the store, it wasn't there, then I went back the week after and it was there. And I don't know about you, but it's given very Soho Home. I think it was actually in the bathroom section, so you can put like your hand soap and things like that on it. But I think this would be great for stacking on books like this, or having a big massive diffuser, which I've actually just bought from Primark. I need to show you that. Something like that, just adding that vignette to your space. I think it's fab. It was $12.99. I do think Israel Marble, because she's a heavy gal, but I just love the vein inside it. I think it's so gorgeous. Although I said you didn't have to pick pumpkins, I can't help myself getting more. Do I need more? Absolutely not. I actually still haven't got my stuff that I've collected over the years for actual styling. I haven't got that out yet, so God knows what's in there, but I know I've probably got a million pumpkins. But I've seen this and I loved it. I love the etched detail in it. I think it looks so rustic. And I actually love this brand that they sell in TK Maxx and Homesense. I think they always do really farmhouse pieces, which I love. And I feel like that's becoming more of a thing now, isn't it? That sort of farmhouse vibe. And I also got it in this shade as well. It looks a bit like a squash. But I was thinking those two together, even on here. I am actually going to restyle this console for autumn, so defo stay tuned for that video. But those colours together are gorgeous. They actually had this beautiful sage green as well, which is another gorgeous colour to add into your autumnal styling. These are the last of the pumpkins, but I feel like everyone's going to judge me, but I actually can't help myself. It's like I have this mad empathy for things that aren't actual real people. I feel like I'm a bit like Toy Story like that, because I seen this on the shelf. If you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, please do. I literally posted it and was like, shall I buy this, shan't I? And everyone was like, no, he's a show. And I was like, well, that makes me want to buy him more, but look at him. I love him for styling. I think he's great, and he was $3.99 and I just fell for him. Like, do you know what I mean? Look at him, look at him. He's weirdly cute, also a little bit ugly, but beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Do you know what I mean? And then I actually seen these. Now, I know you're probably gonna laugh at me, but I have seen them on Pinterest, and I actually had a vision for them. Sorry if you got bubble wrap stuck to my foot. I have a vision for them, but you might not be able to see it, and that's fine. So these these are them, right? You know what you're thinking already, but they're gonna go in the garden. And we have these gorgeous palm trees. Everyone always compliments because it's like you're on holiday, and it really is. And I'm thinking these put a screw in the tree and then have them on the tree as if they're like peeking out would look so iconic. We have so many pieces in our garden that just give it a lot of personality, and I think you need pieces like this that just add a bit of humour, and I think they're the perfect piece. So there's two of them, they're a bit of a double act, and I'm going to put them on the tree, so bear with me. I feel like these are not just for autumn, they're a really iconic transitional piece, do you know what I mean? And then finally from Homesense, because for some reason I don't need a mug, but I'll buy another one anyway, especially a spooky one. I got this. It's from the Ray Dunn collection. Now, Ray Dunn has a lot of love-hate, especially in America. But as a UK girly, I love Ray Dunn, and I don't really know why it gets so much backlash. I think it's a very simple design. She always does like writing on her pieces, and Ray Dunn's been going in Homesense and TK for years. So I think it just depends what you go for. I think this is a very simple, classy design, and I feel like when I'm like filming my podcast, I want like a spooky mug, and I feel like this is like the perfect vibe for me, especially being neutral, but also that sort of like rustic aged edging on the mugs just make it very classy. So before I move on to the Primark Home stuff, which by the way there is a lot, because I actually went to the opening and launch of their new Manchester Primark Home. If you haven't already seen that video, please go and look at that. So if you are following on from that, because I promised the haul, that is, I'm just about to show you them pieces. But I went into Dunelm, and I'm not really usually a big shopper in Dunelm. I'll always see the odd piece, but these are gorgeous. They are literally the perfect styling piece. They're two candlestick holders. Now I'm a bit fuming because I didn't realise until literally when, like, you know, you look at your bank and stuff. I got charged for two candlesticks, so I got charged £16. That one's 8 and that one's 6. So they were 14, but she charged me 16. And I know it's only £2, but you know when something like that just really bugs you, and then it didn't actually go back, and now it's been too late, and now I'm fuming. So yeah, just thought I'd share that. So always make sure you check your receipt, because that £2's my £2, do you know what I mean? No, but anyway, they are such a bargain. They're £14 for the set, and I think styled, I think I am going to style them on here. I know I keep saying that, everything I've bought, I think I'm styling on there, it's definitely not going to fit, but I think they're gorgeous. And they've also got an H&M these fab brown tapered candles that I think would look so beautiful in them. I haven't bought them yet. I need to do a big H&M autumn haul. If you've seen the collection this year, don't. That needs a whole separate video. But I think brown would look so elegant in these. And I think as well for a wedding, if you're doing it yourself, really affordable, especially for like tablescapes and things like that, or if you are doing an autumn tablescape or a Christmas one, these could definitely be used for both. You could just change the candles out. Now foliage, there's been a big debate in the Fenlon household as to what foliage we are getting for this vase. If you see this in the corner, we've got these pink ones that are driving me insane. They've been there since spring, and it's time for a switch up. Me and my mum actually headed to Inspirations Wholesale, the video is on here for you, and we couldn't agree. We were agreeing to disagreeing on all the foliage. So we've basically picked up a lot, and we're just hoping something comes together. So these are actually currently on our dining table. This vase is stunning. It's not from an autumn range. It's actually from a bouquet of flowers that I actually had named after me. So if you are wanting this vase, that's where you can get it from. I love it. I think it's a classic, especially when I'm starting to change my flowers for autumn. Now these are from Dunelm, and I think they were, I don't want to guess the price, but they've been shoved in. I think they were £3-ish. I think, don't hold me to that. We took the labels off standard. This was my mum's little display. It's not my favourite, Mum, I'm sorry if you're watching. It's just for the time being. I think you need different flowers when you're doing this sort of flower display. I'm not a florist, don't claim to be, but I do love creating a lovely bouquet, and I just think you need a bit of dimension. So we have got a lot of these, but we are planning on mixing them in with probably 3 different styles of flowers, which I'm about to show you. This is my Primark Home haul pieces. Honestly used. I am really grateful that the pieces I'm about to show you were kindly gifted from Primark Home. I always like to be very transparent with you guys. As I say, I went to that event, so I spent it very wisely, best believe. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the foliage, the single stem, the flowers, whatever you want to call them. So as I made earlier, to give them Blue Peter, these ones in here, that's why you've wondering why there's a split. I actually was hoping that you'd only see the brown and you wouldn't see the pink, and now I'm realising, looking in the viewfinder, that you can actually see both, so that's mortifying. I'd just like to clarify that I actually wanted you to only see the autumn ones. Anyway, I picked these up from Primark, and I thought they were great value for money. They're a gorgeous rustic orange colour, if you can see them up close and personal. Not only does it go for the plain ones, as I showed you in that vlog, I also opted for the maple leaf style as well. I think they're really beautiful, and I think Mick in with the brown will just look It's given Gilmore Girls, even though I've never watched it. I know you're all about to shout at me because it literally is my perfect series. I just never have got around to it, so I'm promising myself. One thing I'm doing this autumn, if anything, is watching Gilmore Girls, so shout at me in the comments if you think I'm terrible for not watching it. I think I am, but I've always been like a series girl, so I don't know why I've never watched it. Anyway, they were all £3 each a stem, and it's really good value for money. You actually just can't even argue that. And then as well, I got my hands on these beautiful tapered candles. They've got sort of like this pumpkin and acorn and the white pumpkin design. And then if we go back to here, I didn't want to do any spoilers, but I do love the brown, but I also love the autumn. I might actually put them on our dining table. We're actually getting a new dining table, which I'm really excited for, and of course I'll show you. But it's very autumnal, the dining table, so I feel like, oh, sorry, just molten. Sorry, my hair attached. Is anyone else like that? I just find my hair everywhere. Anyway, sorry if that's knocking anyone sick at home. Yeah, I just feel like stunning. And I love the way the two sizes, it just adds dimension, but gorgeous. They were only £2.50 as well. Now, I told you before I got the most unreal diffuser that I want to style on the Soho Home tray. This is here. Now, I shop at Coach House for the show home, clients, things like that. So the fact that these are going for £20, the Sensors ones are way more expensive, and apparently the quality is there. Now, I can't say the quality is there, but it says it lasts up to 54 weeks, which is fantastic. Now, I am going to do a review on this because I obviously want to be really honest with everyone as to whether I think it's good. Obviously, I couldn't smell it in store, but it did smell this oud and sandalwood in the candle, and it smelled like men's aftershave. It was beautiful. Honestly, if this is really good, we are going to get them for the whole house because I don't think you can argue with 20 quid, especially it's literally the size of my head, and Gray has a big head. I also picked up this incredible dupe. If you're someone who knows a brand and their products, you'll know that H&M brought this very same bowl and design out a few weeks ago. £30 it is. This was a tenner in Primark. I actually like this one more. It's got more of like a speckled detail as opposed to the H&M Home one, and also it's not as heavy, which is really good. And I feel like autumn you could put pumpkins in it, or during summer you could do moss, or you could just leave it empty. You could literally do anything you want, or you could even turn it into a bag bowl. As you know, I love a bag bowl, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically like, as a girl, I feel like I jump from bag to bag, obviously depending on your outfit, and I'm always rustling in the bag to see like what I need or take that out this time. As where this is like, when you come in, you just take everything and your contents out in this bag, and then when you next go out, you can just come to the bowl and you know everything that you want in that bag is in the bowl. I think that's a really good idea. It actually come from an American TikToker. I can't remember her name, but I think it was a great idea, and I think it's really useful for girlies like me. As you know, anything Soho Home, I'll be on board with, and I seen this out the corner of my eye. This caught my eye out the corner of my eye. What is the saying? I seen this out the corner of my eye. That's it. I think it's fab. It's like got this twisted, like ridged detailing, but I feel like it really captured me because I just love the detail in it, like the swirly detail. It's not like your typical like ribbed vase where it's like straight up and down, and I just love the wavy neckline as well. It was only £6, and I was like, that's screaming autumnal interiors to me, and it gives like a bit of a Soho Home vibe. Like if that was in Soho Home, I swear they've brought one out very similar that was a green like sage colour, and I think that's where it's inspired from. But isn't it fab? Honestly, we spoke to the design lead in Primark, and he was talking about the design, and I grabbed him at the end and I was like, can you give me any spoilers for the Christmas period? And he was like, unfortunately not. And I was like, well, whatever it is, can you send the best stuff to Liverpool? And he like laughed, but I was like, no, honestly, the collection this year is beautiful and they've really worked hard on it. I just think Primark is thriving at the minute. Then if you are a Pinterest lover, I actually think my favourite social media is Pinterest. I know that's a very rogue choice, and you probably wouldn't think that from me who creates content for other socials, but there's just something about Pinterest, and you know what I mean. You know what I mean? And this has been on my Pinterest board, I'm not lying, for years. And not that I've ever like gone out and way to try and find it, but I've always seen it, if that makes sense. Little did I know I've been secretly manifesting it, because when I went to Primark, here she is. I actually seen this in the Liverpool one, didn't get it, went back, it was sold out standard. And obviously my time to shine was when the Primark was empty and I got first look and purchase of everything. So look at the spoon. It's given like pumpkin detail, like it was £6, do you know what I mean? Now selfishly, I did only get one, and my mum's made the most unreal batch of butternut squash soup. I love a soup. Anyone who knows me, I'm a soup lover, and my mum makes the best soup. I know everyone says that about like probably the mum. Everyone knows my mum's soup is is unbelievable. But anyway, I bought one, and I think my mum was looking at me as if to say, why didn't you get everyone one? So they're all going to have their average bowls, and I'm just going to be having my butternut squash soup in the corner. But how fab is that if you are actually hosting, or you're doing like a Friendsgiving, which I would love to do. Would anybody else love to do Friendsgiving? Because I would. Like, I am the hostess with the mostess. I'd go all out. I did a gingerbread house making, not last year, the year before with the girls, and they loved it. I might do a Friendsgiving because I feel like giving everyone soup, maybe, like cooking up a storm. My mum would be cooking, I wouldn't because I can't cook, but yeah. Anyway, that's the soup bowl. I bought another mug. I know you're all laughing at me because you've just seen me buy a mug and said I don't need one, and I've bought another one, but sorry, again, I don't know what it is with me and Pinterest, but if I feel like a Pinterest girly, I'm buying it. And this is that. I actually am going to open it. Because I haven't opened it yet. I don't know why I haven't actually opened everything and took labels off. I think I like wait and have it all in the corner, and then I'm like, I want to show everyone before I take the labels off, because I feel like I need to show you and have a haul with you. But oh, look at it. Bougie. Absolutely bougie. I feel like it matches this side of my nails. Before anyone asks, they're both different, but they match at the same time, aren't they, gorge? But sorry. Yes, please. And also, what would have made this better is maybe like a little bit of a biscuit holder, because I do love a bicky, do you know what I mean? But how fab is that? Again, Soho Home, like expensive looks coffee shop. Coffee? When did I go all American? A coffee shop. How fab is that? So yeah, that is everything that I've picked up ready for the autumn season. I have got tons of stuff I've collected over the years. I've got a million autumn hauls on here, and I have proceeded to buy more pumpkins that I don't need. A gentleman actually put in my comments, you're a weirdo for putting pumpkins in your house. That's absolutely fine. He was like, I don't understand why people decorate. That's fine, you don't have to decorate every season, but if that brings me joy, best believe I'm going to do it. So if it brings you joy as well, make sure you head to all of the stores I've purchased my items from to get yours. And if you do need any help with autumn styling, I'm going to do a few videos as well over on my socials, on my TikTok and my Instagram, and over here on YouTube, so do make sure you are subscribed. But I cannot wait for autumn. These next 4 months are my favourite, because I go to so many autumn and Christmas events, and I bring you guys with me. There's so many like styling possibilities. Interiors become so much more exciting. We're all cozied up. Like, there's literally a thunderstorm about to happen. Like, I'm kind of like over summer, dare I say. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this haul. Let me know what your favourite piece was, and if you started your autumn shopping already, because you need to, because Christmas is just around the corner. Sorry I did say it, but thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on my next video. Bye.